Before Russia built empires, it was just snow, silence, and scattered tribes. No kings, no cathedrals, no name. But from this frozen emptiness, a force would rise, shaped by warriors, faith, and blood. This is how Russia began. In the 9th century, the Slavic world was a wilderness. Dozens of tribes lived along rivers and forests, trading, farming, and fighting, but without unity or direction. Then in 862, everything shifted. A Norse warlord named Rurik was invited to bring order to the chaos. He settled in Novgorod and laid the foundation of a new realm. His descendants pushed further south and established Kiev as their capital. And so began the story of Kievan Rus. This state would grow powerful, blending Slavic roots with Norse leadership and Byzantine influence. But its greatest transformation came in 988, when Prince Vladimir the Great converted to Christianity. Not just for himself, but for his people. The entire population was baptized in the Dnieper River. From that moment, Orthodox Christianity became Russia's spiritual core, shaping its identity for centuries. But peace didn't last. In the early 1200s, a new enemy appeared, the Mongols. Fast, merciless, unstoppable. In 1240, they burned Kiev to the ground. For over 200 years, Russian princes lived under Mongol rule, forced to pay tribute to the Khans of the Golden Horde. It was a long humiliation, a foreign yoke that stunted progress and fueled resentment. Still, beneath the ashes, something stirred. A small, unimportant town called Moscow began to grow. Its rulers were clever. They cooperated with the Mongols, gathered power quietly, and absorbed rival territories one by one. Then, in 1380, the Prince of Moscow, Dmitry Donskoy, dared to fight back. His victory at the Battle of Kulikovo didn't end Mongol domination, but it broke their aura of invincibility. And that changed everything. A century later, Ivan III, also called Ivan the Great, officially broke ties with the Horde. He doubled Russia's territory, rebuilt Moscow into a stronghold, and declared his state the heir to the fallen Byzantine Empire. A new idea was born: Moscow as the Third Rome, destined to carry the legacy of Christian civilization. And yet, the true power and madness of Tsardom was still to come. In 1547, Ivan IV, later known as Ivan the Terrible, was crowned the first Tsar of all Russia. At first, he reformed the state and expanded its borders, but over time, he descended into paranoia and cruelty. He created secret police, tortured nobles, slaughtered entire towns, even killed his own son in a fit of rage. Russia had become an empire, ruled by fear. After Ivan's death, the country fell into chaos. Famine gripped the land, pretenders fought for the throne, foreign armies marched in. This era of collapse became known as the Time of Troubles, one of the darkest chapters in Russian history. But when it seemed Russia might vanish entirely, a boy was chosen. Just 16 years old, unknown, unproven. His name? Mikhail Romanov. He would be crowned Tsar in 1613. No one knew it then, but he would start a dynasty that would rule for the next 3 centuries. Russia had survived war, invasion, and madness, but it had not yet become a superpower. That would require emperors, revolutions, and blood-soaked glory. The Romanovs had risen, but what kind of Russia would they create? You'll find out in episode 2. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey through history fascinating, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the past is just the beginning. The next story is already in motion.